Hey, this is Natalie Pindar with Pindrop Group over at Keller Williams Gulfside Realty in Pinellas County, Florida. And 1 year later, we are finally getting to our OfferPad Experience Video 2. As you can see in these photos, we did have a baby and we do have another child who is in their terrible 2 stage. So things can get a little bit crazy in our world. But thank you so much for coming back. These pictures are the photos of my home that I submitted to OfferPad after I did the first part of the video again. The website is still the same. You're offering all of the same information. And just so you can see, my home does have some updates. It has brand new windows, like I said. It has new flooring. It has, of course, paint, baseboard are simple things that were done. Granite in the kitchen, stainless steel appliances, brand new um, cabinets, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to close this. And then this is the text that I received from OfferPad. Hi, it's OfferPad. Wanted to let you know your offer is ready and can be viewed at this link. If you have any questions, we're here to help. Give us a call. I did get the text twice because I didn't respond immediately, so they sent it out to me 24 hours after I submitted photos, and then again a couple of days later. So when I clicked on it, they offered me $191,132, which is a very specific number. So I'm sure they have a calculator that spits it out and not a person looking at what's really going on. But it's all very mechanical. It's all very much based on what you submitted online. Service fee, 7.5%. This was interesting to me. Why a fee? OfferPad allows you to completely skip the hassles of listing your home. However, once we buy and list your home, we'll need to pay all of the normal transaction costs that come with selling a home, including a commission to a buyer's agent, concessions to a buyer, holding costs, maintenance fees, taxes, and other costs to list the home. 7.5%, I am thinking, includes all of the closing fees that one would pay when selling their home. What you would normally pay as a seller would, of course, be the commission to your real estate agent, your title fees, your tax prorations, and yes, any concessions that you may have to a buyer. Commission to a buyer's agent would be the commission they pay a buyer's agent on the sale of your home after they sell it again. The concessions to buyers, this is interesting. 90% of the time, I would have to say concessions to buyers is not something that's happening in this market today. That can change. That can always be something that they have to negotiate later on when they sell your home. However, I'm not entirely sure as a seller if that's important to you, what happens to the home after you sell it, and if you should be paying for those things after it's already sold to a new owner, like OfferPad. However, 7.5% seems reasonable to be the total of all of your transaction costs. So they are saying pending inspection, which is interesting too, repairs needed to sell. They have not told me if they're requesting any repairs that I need to make for them to buy it. This is a part that I haven't gotten involved in because I would have to then go through the process of accepting their offer, and I'm not, in fact, going to sell the home to them. So we're going to leave pending inspection up to the imagination for now. Estimated net offer is $176,797 that I would walk away with in my pocket. The benefits of OfferPad, after which they say they are not giving you the hassle of open house or showings. There's no need to get your house market ready, which I guess for me would be to clean it up. Skip the hassles of listing and close at your time on your schedule. So I went ahead and did a seller sheet that I would normally do for a seller if we were to list and sell the home. So if we were to list and sell the home and I had a sales price of $191,091, 132, and I wanted to close in a month with you, just to put it out there, this is what a net sheet, an estimated net sheet would look like from us to you. Sales price, 191,000. Title charges, you have your closing fee, your title insurance, your lien search, your title search, and if you need a mobile notary, they all are included in this $1,776 charge. Recording and transfer, doc stamps on the deed. In Florida, we have doc stamps on the deed, which is an amount generated from the purchase price for $1,300. This is something you pay when you sell only. Loan payoffs, I don't have any loan payoffs to put on there. Real estate commission, 3% to the listing side, 3% to the buyer side, with a total of 6%. Listing commission comes to $11,467 in commission. Our property tax proration would be $694. There is no homeowners association, and we do not intend to ever put in seller contribution toward buyer closing costs unless it becomes a very desperate situation. This is something that we do for our sellers rarely. Your estimated net would be $175,855 with us if you sold for $191,132. That's the number that OfferPad was offering, right? Sorry. So yes, 7.5% from OfferPad is giving you more money in the end by about $1,000 than it would be selling through us. However, I'm not in love with this $191,000. And I did our home and the home that we've lived in and that we've updated because then I can actually see what it should be selling for on the market with you today. So I would go into our MLS. I put in here that I want all actives, pendings, solds, single family homes within our zip code. Our home is 1,400 square feet, so I search 1,200 to 1,600 square feet, and it is 2 bedrooms. So then I click on the map. And what I do is our home is located over here. I make a circle a mile out. Sometimes it can be a half a mile depending on where you are and how many homes pop up, but it can also be a mile because this is what an appraiser is looking for. When you go under contract and you get an appraisal for the buyer or they buy an appraisal for themselves, this is about as far as an appraiser will look, and these are the criteria that they will also be judging. Let me make sure it says solds. Yes. Okay. And then these are our results. So we have 16 results, which is pretty good. And you can see here that they're all 2 bedrooms. Oops. And my home is a 2 bedroom, 1 bath like this one, or I should say it's a 2-1-1 because it does have a half bath. So it's more like this one, a 2-1-1, where a lot of these are 2-2s, 2 full bathrooms instead of 1 full bathroom and 1 half bathroom. So you can play around a little bit with that in your value search. Also, our home is a 2-car garage, unlike this one that is a 1-car garage. So that can also play into what's going on. So if this one sold on Lemon Street, which is not far, it's about 100 square feet bigger than mine. It's about the same home, 2-1-1, but it only has a 1-car garage, and mine is a 2-car attached garage. Mine would have a little bit more value. I would also click on this home to see what it looks like because that is what's most important here. And we can bring up its photos. It has a newer kitchen. It looks like it might be, no, it is not granite. That is not granite, which does definitely weigh heavily on your value. these days. A smaller kitchen than mine, for sure. Little bit more dated. You can see that there's some specific taste going on here with the previous owner. Older fixtures in some of the rooms. I'm not sure if these windows are original. I don't think they're new. I think they're older. They're not the original windows, but they are older windows. Older flooring. Just more of a dated look than what we have going on. And the one-car garage. Now, also interesting is see this half bath, see this bathroom? I wonder if they mark that as the other bathroom in the home. And it looks like it has a jacuzzi. Also not the largest yard either. So let's click back here and see 2-bathroom home. So they're counting that as a bathroom in the description, but I don't believe they're counting it on here. Okay, and this home was only listed for 24 days. So this is a great comp for our home, comparable. This one at 250 has a pool, so we're not going to bother with that. This one at 265 is interesting. It's a 2.2. Let's see what that looks like. Not newer updates, but a well-kept home. Indeed. And this one sold, this is a 2.2 on a cul-de-sac. This one has a much bigger land plottage than mine does. So that's why it sold for more as well. So we're going to discredit that. This one was a 2.2 that sold for around 200. And then, so this is what I would do, is I would click off things that best resemble my home, just from scratch. Okay, so we have enough that circles around the 1,400 square feet. We don't really need to go much further, and that's for solds. We have a lot of solds, so I'm not really going to bother with the actives and the pendings because appraisers aren't going to do that if they have as many solds as we do. So let's show what we have. And it looks like we can say the homes around our home has sold for just over 200, if not just at $200,000. And if we do a really quick CMA, we can see that on average, homes sold for $202,000 with a median of $205,000 and a max of 225 and a minimum of 174. So I would safely list my home for $205,000, or if I wanted to be just under the market so it got the most amount of viewings possible, at $200,000. It depends on how motivated I am. If I'm motivated and I need to sell my home in the next 30 to 60 days, and I really don't want to waste my time, and I really don't want a lot of showings, a lot of open houses, and to make my house the most market ready it can be every single time someone comes in the home, then I would suggest listing it at $200,000. $5,000 under the top of the market for your home is going to get you the maximum amount of buyers in there. So that would bring up this net sheet for $200,000. Your title charges and your recording and transfer fees are a little bit more based on your sale of your home. So this one's $1,800, this one's $1,400. Your commission, of course, goes up a little bit to $12,000. It's not terribly more. And your tax proration pretty much stays the same. So now I'm walking away with $184,000 instead of $176,000 like they have here. 184 minus 176 is $8,000 more. $8,000 in my pocket is pretty significant. Also, not to mention, if I list this home for $200,000, it could definitely get a lot of showings in the first week or two, probably even the first weekend, and go up automatically to this 205 or even this 207 number like these homes did. I know my home looks good. I know that I've listed it within its range of homes that have sold. And even if it wasn't the best home on the market, these are still selling pretty fast. 3 days, 24 days, 22 days, 40 days. These homes are selling quickly in my neighborhood. These are not long periods of time. So I would safely say that on top of the 8 grand, with the amount of frenzy that I'm going to create at $200,000 and the marketing that I'm going to do, brand new photos from a photographer, a professional real estate photographer. I'm going to put up a coming soon sign outside. I'm going to do a lot of marketing to the neighborhood. We're going to door knock the neighborhood. We're going to call the neighborhood. We're really going to get our whole office in there the first weekend with all of their buyers. I would say that this could go for the $205,000, $207,000 mark. So that's my take on OfferPad. I think that they're getting rid of a lot of hassle of having to do a lot of things. Yes. However, when you do those things, when you have a warm body looking into what's going on in your market like this, when you can see these things for yourself and sit there with somebody to help consult you, you can end up making an extra $13,000, which we have for a lot of sellers. And I, for one, wouldn't just give it up at 191. I definitely think, even just looking at this number, that my home was worth a lot more money than that. So that's our take on OfferPad. That's my opinion on what we're doing, and this is what they've offered me for my home, what I would sell my personal home for because I know it best, and that is exactly what sellers feel about their home. They know it best, they know what it's worth, they know what they've put into it. So a warm touch every now and then isn't a bad thing. Also, I did not ever receive a call from OfferPad. They give you a phone number here for us to call them, but never once, even when my offer expired, and I had to then get another text and an email telling me that my offer was expiring, I never received a phone call. So that's curious as well as to why nobody followed up with me personally. But again, that speaks to what their system is. It's all very automated. Um, for me, I wasn't in love with that. I really do need to talk to somebody. Every now and then, I come up with a bunch of questions and I need answers. So, getting all of this information online was simple and easy, but I would definitely want to talk to somebody a little bit more about why a fee, why so much of a fee, and where on earth did they get this very specific number from. So, give us a call, Google us, look us up, Pin Drop Group with Keller Williams, Gulfside Realty, Nick and Natalie Pindar, and we'd be happy to help you in the future. If you have any questions, please shoot us an email. I'm sure that you can find it on here in the description. Have a great